finally know it. More than chance, more than fate, more than words on a page, more than wild, more than free, more than tales of destiny. I could dream every night, but I'd never get to find what we found right here. The wonder of it all, the beauty now unfolding for us to see. Silent miracles. Oh, I know it was.
Hey friends, so I am in the back of the Xterra and I am at Telescope Peak Trailhead, and this is in Death Valley. This is supposed to be a backpacking trip, one night, but at this point I'm not exactly sure what is going to happen. This may turn out to be an entire different kind of a trip. I was driving up here. I was in between campsites. This is Telescope Peak Trailhead, and it's also a campsite. You can stay here overnight. I'm not gonna set up the tent. I came prepared to just spend the night in the back of the Xterra. But as I was driving up, I stopped for some reason. I don't remember what it was. When I decided to keep going, to give it gas, the truck wouldn't move. The screen where drive or park comes up, it was completely blank. So for a good 5 minutes, I sat there. I tried everything, and the truck would just not move. I mean, the truck was running, but it was like almost like the transmission was not engaging. So immediately I thought, oh my gosh, what a fantastic place to have transmission problems. I decided to start backing up. I thought maybe if I get to level ground, something will happen with the truck, and then I can keep driving maybe. So anyways, I made it. I reversed several hundred feet down, maybe like 200-300 feet down to where I found a spot, and I think I turned off the truck and then restarted it, and I think at that point the transmission engaged. Literally, I was like 5 minutes from the trailhead. So I was like, okay, truck is driving. I don't know if it's some kind of electronic that is malfunctioning. So I'm gonna just go ahead and keep driving, since I'm basically at the trailhead. I was literally basically at the trailhead. This kind of sucks because it's really, really beautiful up here. But instead, it's all in there now. Now I can't even concentrate. And I decided to pull the trigger and get the Thermarest Neoloft. This is the new Thermarest backpacking mattress. It's quite big, and it's a little bit heavy. It's definitely heavier than my Nemo's, than my Nemo tensors. As much as I really enjoy my Nemo tensors, I've been starting to have a problem with the mattresses. It's not the mattress, obviously. It's me. It's my body. When I turn to my side, because I am a side sleeper, my hips are a little bit in pain. Starts uncomfortable, and then you start getting into a little bit of pain, and so I'm tossing and turning all night long. All right, well, I don't know. I guess I'll try to make the best I can of this night. So beautiful. Okay, I need to remember to bring an extra spoon for my coffee. Okay, this will do. But now I have boiling water. I heated it up too much. It's almost time to stir the food. And tonight, I don't know if there we go. Pad Thai from Backpacker's Pantry. All right. I usually do Starbucks, right? But I was at the grocery store and I noticed good morning. So I just started my hike to Telescope Peak, and yes, I'm already out of breath. It's 8:16 a.m. so had a late start. Sunrise was beautiful. I spent the night in the back of the Xterra, and now I'm on my way to Telescope Peak.
Oh. So I've had to stop at least a couple times to make adjustments. I was getting way too hot on what I was wearing, and then I needed to rearrange some gear. I am carrying all my backpacking gear minus the tent because I'm not planning on spending the night up here. I'll head back down to my car and spend the night there. But I didn't feel comfortable leaving all my gear in the car. God forbid they break into the car and steal my stuff. I would be very, very, very sad. Oh, going uphill and talking is really kicking my butt. I'm not in that great of a shape, I guess. Something I'll need to work on. The views are amazing, but I need to stop recording so I can keep going. This is definitely kicking my butt. Oh. Oh, text message just came through. Amazingly enough, there is good phone signal up here, several spots. I mean, it's a little bit spotty. And then I noticed when it's dark or late at night, I don't know if we're not that close to the satellites anymore, the tower, I don't know how that works, but it gets even more spotty. You lose the signal, then it comes back. But I mean, it's good enough signal to send and receive text messages, and I think to search Google and stuff like that. So, all right, better keep moving. Okay. Okay, so this is where we're going. Continues that way, then that way, and then here, there, and yep, and then I think we gotta go up that peak, and then I'm assuming we ride all the way up there. So I was wrong. We don't, let me see if I think that's it. We don't go that way. We go across this way. So, yep, I was wrong. But this tiny little bit of a downhill, oh my gosh, it's so nice.
Get what you deserve. I'm your nightmare while you're fast asleep. Wrong has never felt so right, and revenge has never felt so sweet. I will be your worst and darkest dream. I'm gonna do bad things, do it like it's nothing. Being bad has never felt doing bad things to you, doing bad things to you. You knew your time would come, and you knew there was a price to pay. I just can't help but smile, see the satisfaction on my face, 'cause I knew that there would come a day I'm gonna do bad things, do it like it's nothing. Being bad has never felt so good. I'm gonna do bad things, you won't see it coming. Watch your step, I've been thinking of doing a bad, bad thing. Doing a bad, bad thing. My heart is painted black, I'm never going back. I'm gonna make sure there's trouble, 'cause everybody knows wherever I go, watch out, here comes trouble. Being bad has never felt this good. I'm gonna do bad things, do it like it's nothing. Being bad has never felt so good. I'm gonna do bad things, you won't see it coming. Being bad has never felt so good. I'm gonna do bad things, you won't see it coming. Watch your step, I've been thinking of doing bad things to you.
Okay, so it's 1:30 p.m. It took me over 5 hours to get up here. I don't think it's gonna take me over 5 hours to get back down. I was planning on having lunch and enjoying the views a little bit, and then heading back down. But at this point, I think I just wanna get back to the car and start getting ready for tonight. I don't wanna get there too late. I wanna avoid getting there in the dark, if at all possible. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and just scratch this one off the list and put this heavy pack back on and keep going. Speaking of heavy pack, I think this should be around the 40-pound range right now. I waited at home without the camera gear. I weighted it with water, with the water I have on right now, pretty much everything except the camera gear. And it was at 29 with the tent, which is back in my car because I'm not camping out here. I'm just gonna stay back in my car. And the tent is about 3 pounds. So you take away the 3 pounds, but then you add the about 12 pounds of camera gear that I have between a couple of pieces of glass and the tripod, but I think I'm close to the 40-pound range. So hauling all that weight up here was definitely challenging. I passed a couple of really good campsites. There's one that is not too far from here, so that would be probably the best one to come up here to the peak, and then on the way down set up camp and spend the night there, and then in the morning just hike back down to the car so that you're not too rushed. But anyways, this was good to test and see for future trips. So okay, I'm gonna get packing and put this thing back on and be on my way. I'll have dinner when I get home. I just want to get going, so hopefully I'm not too rushed once I get back to camp.
I walked past the street of the Villa Hotel. I just felt the weight of loving you more than myself. I watched like a film from some other age. My eyes took the still and sewed it up inside my veins. 'Cause I've been waiting what feels like my whole life for something that feels like you in my arms. Nobody feels like you in my arms. Said you had a place I really should see. We walked on the lake, we watched the stars, we fell asleep. 'Cause I've been waiting what feels like my whole life for something that feels like you in my arms. Nobody feels like you in my arms. Don't let me go. Now that I got you, and I won't let you go. Now that I got you, don't let me go. Now that I got you, and I won't let you.
Hello friends, good morning. So I am driving. I'm driving home now. I left camp about, I want to say probably almost 2 hours now. It's 9:29. I've been stopping along the way just to kind of get some pictures of different stuff. I made a stop on my way down from Telescope Peak trailhead. I made a stop at the charcoal kilns. I didn't stop on my way up, but on the way down I decided to make a quick stop. So the plans with the trip was that I was gonna sleep the first night in my truck at camp, and then I was gonna get up early in the morning, go up to Telescope Peak, and then try to find a camping spot for the night on the way up, maybe even set up the tent to kind of save the spot, and then continue up to Telescope Peak. And then on the way down I was just gonna stop at my tent and then spend the night, and then the next day, which would have been this morning, get down to the truck and then be on my way home. But because of everything that happened with the truck, the next morning I woke up, I gave it a key, the truck started, I was super happy. So at that point I was like, okay, let's go on the hike, and I won't spend the night. I'll just come back to the truck, and then that way, if it doesn't start, I have time today. I have time to mess around with the truck, because that hike is a little bit, it's a little bit long of a hike. So I didn't want it to waste too much time, down on the hike, and then again get late in the evening back to campsite, and then still have to deal with the truck not starting. So that's what I did. I went up to the peak, had an amazing time, and then went back down to camp. I got back down to camp at dark. It had just gotten dark, and then I set up everything again in the back of the truck, mattress and everything, and just spend the night again on the back of the truck. All right, friends. Well, as I continue to drive myself home out of this Death Valley National Park, which is huge, by the way, but it's beautiful. So much to see. I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching this all the way to the end, if you're watching this. And I really appreciate it. And I hope to see you out on the next one. Bye.